Good evening and welcome to Kungfusion Online. So tonight we're going to start standing up and we're going to start off with a nice and simple top to toe warm up, and then we're going to start looking at some of the animal primal movements. Have a cut. And then we'll see where we go from there. My intention is to deal with blocking or rather footwork and getting out of the way of the technique, and we'll take it from there basically. So now we're going to take the hands up above the head and bring the elbows in, and then we're going to push back down towards the floor and put the reverse palms together. Move back through and up, so the elbows together, push down towards the floor. And up again. And then we're going to take the hands up as high as we can go with the elbows, and then push back down. And again, we're going to come up, and then see whether we can take the elbows up above the head, and then place the hands upon the shoulders. Pull your elbows back so you're opening that chest. And then what we're going to do from here, I'm just going to change position so you can see. We're going to fold forwards and arch the back and bring the elbows in. And I'm going to open up and fold. So we're curving the back into a back bend, and then we're coming into almost like a curve. Keep going. Open. Two more. Okay, so we're going to keep. And again, just give yourself a little shake, and then just come closer to the camera. Okay, so one of the things we need to be very careful about is getting stuck into an idea of how to do something. You'll see this a lot with yoga teachers. And this is not me picking on them, because they're very skilled at what they do, but quite often I'll see people, how to do handstand press-ups in 3 easy steps, and nothing's easy. It takes lots and lots and lots and lots of practice, and sometimes going for these extreme ideas can really take away our confidence. We're going to do some primal movements. So what I want you to do is, there's a number of different sort of hand loosening exercises that you can do, and I see people do ones with their fingers clenched. I'm not a fan of interlocking the fingers. I think it's a bad habit to get into, particularly as a martial artist, because then your fingers are locked. So I personally prefer the book of Kung Fu, just to loosen your wrists off. And we've already done some wrist loosening exercises. Change direction. But this is one of my personal favorite wrist openers. And it's great because it allows kind of positioning of the elbows and such like as well. And it also helps with your reverse palms. Okay, so I'm going to start very, very simply now. Okay, so now we're just going to do one more idea. So from here, So I'm going to come into a tabletop. I'm going to lift the knees up off the floor. I'm going to shift my weight back towards the heels, and then I'm going to push myself up so the hands come to the side. I'm going to push forward and drop down and push up and down and through and down. That was very dramatic, Kathy. That's kind of doing your own thing, but I like it. And forward and push. And forward and push. And down and push. And then this time when we come down, I want you to kick your feet up off the floor and move them to the side. And then kick your feet up off the floor and move them to the side. And then back to the center and just have a little rest here for a moment. So we're going to put this now into practice on a straight punch. Now I can't determine how an opponent outside is going to attack me. I can't say to, oh, you must punch me using a straight punch. However, I'm going to turn my back to the camera. Grace is going to come in front of me. I'm going to take stance to one another. So the first thing is, you should be able to see Grace, okay? Just checking, making sure. You can't see my head either. If I don't move, she is going to hit me on the chin. Now, you guys can't see that, but I can feel this. So when she punches now, I step out of the way. I'm going to go on the inside. I'm going to use back leg this time to pull me out of the way. Inside. So these are your first two movements that we need to look at. We need to go from left stance, where you can go there, somewhere near there. We're going to go from left stance. The right foot, sorry, the left foot is going to pull me out of the way, and the right hand is going to come up as a block. I'm going to come back to the center. And please bear in mind that this is practice. If I was actually dealing with somebody, I wouldn't do a block here and then return back to here. I'm now going to go inside, so the right leg stepping, the left hand blocking. Okay? You can mix these up as you get more comfortable with it. I change to right stance. The right leg pulls me off out of the way, left hand blocks. I come back to the center, left leg pulls me out of the way, right hand block. And you can see that hand just sitting on that diagonal here, ready to come in. So now I'll demonstrate this on Grace. So Grace, you can turn your back to the camera and take your stance. She now throws her punch at me. I step off and block. That's giving me her ribs. I'm going to just come in with an uppercut. I'm going to move and make her come to me. So she's going to the left stance, inside, punch. I move, I go to right stance, outside, front snap kick, down. I come back to right stance, punches, outside, kick, and down. Now, you can be very precise.